Starmer is so out of touch. It's actually so unbelievable. In every interview that I hear of him, all in the House of Commons, he speaks the complete opposite of what's going on in this country. He panders towards the minority. He panders to the loudest voices in the room that don't speak of the majority of the country. In today's interview, he's talking about racist rhetoric. Let's have a watch of this, guys. There's a lot to dive into, but first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for cherries. So here you can see, guys, essentially, he speaks out, he hits out in this interview at racist rhetoric returning to politics, which makes people feel very scared. He's this guy here who's asking him a question. As a brown person, I've never felt more unsafe in the country I was born in. Let's have a watch of this. I'm an NHS GP. My sister is an A&E consultant. My other sister works for the police. Now, Britain is really divided right now, whether that's anti-Muslim hate, anti-Semitism, LGBTQ plus hate, and the working class feel really left behind. As a brown person, I've never felt more unsafe in the country I was born in. What are you doing to politically, culturally, and emotionally bring the country together? This is so important because I think the political divide now is between what I call patriotic national renewal, which is what this Labor government is doing, bringing people together, whether it's partnership working here or across the country, finding those points of connection, and this is what I fear, the toxic division of Reform and others on the right in politics, where they're tearing our country apart. Some of the rhetoric we're hearing, racist rhetoric, divisive rhetoric that frankly I thought we dealt with decades ago, is returning to politics, and it makes people feel very scared. And we have to stand up to that racism, to that division, and we have to proudly say that to be British is to be concerned for others, is to be reasonable, is to be tolerant and compassionate, and we're proud of that. Okay, don't tell me how to be British, and don't tell people how to be British and what British means. You don't have a clue. There's so much to unpack from that sort of interview, even though it was just a minute and a half. But firstly, I want to start on the point here. And actually, to be fair, if he's watching this, I'll give you some money. I know Kay loves the bag in terms of the money. So I'll pay you £1,000 if you can find this racist rhetoric that you're on about from the opposition parties. I hate the thing I hate about liberal people is that when they can't argue on something and when they can't debate on a point, they always use to the shutdown statement, something is racist. We need a definition of what racism is. In fact, we've already got one, funnily enough. What has Nigel Farage and Reform said that is racist? And what is racist rhetoric in the Tories? What's racist here? I don't get what's racist. Is Reform saying to stop the boats, not allow illegal aliens and illegal invaders within our country that are not culturally aligned who are coming in illegally and stopping them from coming in. How is that racist? A country is supposed to have borders. That's not racist whatsoever. Deporting illegal migrants is not racist. He's came out and said that they want to stop the boats, detain and deport individuals that are legal illegally in this country. What is racist about that? I don't get that whatsoever with regard to it. Other points that Reform have came up with. Sarah came out with, should we be banning the burqa? How on earth is that racist? Many European countries have also decided to ban the burqa in terms of the face veil because it's a security risk. How is this racist? How can this be deemed as racist whatsoever? I hate this. And especially with the subject with regard to Islam, that how you can't be racist to Islam, for God's sake. Bringing up these points where Islam is not the primary religion within our country is absolutely fine. And having a conversation about banning a burqa is also a rightful debate to have when a lot of European countries are following suit at this moment in time. So I'm going to wait on that one. Please, if there's some liberals watching this, please do help me find these points where Reform and conservatives are being racist. I hate this argument where they just say stuff and it not being true. He needs to be called out for that. That's not true. They not been racist. They not said racist rhetoric whatsoever. He also needs to quit with saying that he's about patriotic renewal. What does patriotic renewal mean? Everybody hates you within this country. Stop trying to rebrand the term patriotic renewal or patriot to suit your agenda. You ain't no patriot. Just look at how the veterans feel about you. Just look about what you're doing to the veterans. Just look about what you're doing to armed service personnel. So stop saying that you're patriotic. I absolutely hate when he goes on about doing this. And to the individual there, the brown person, as he calls himself, about feeling unsafe. Have you ever felt how unsafe the women and children currently feel within this country? Because of what Starmer and Labor are allowing to happen? They're complicit in the illegal invasion of this country. They're not stopping the boats. They do not want to stop these illegal invaders coming into the country. And heck, they even argued and won to keep more migrants staying at the Yapping Hotel. We've seen the people, working class people, women and children majority, all congregate outside the Bell Hotel and said that they do not want these individuals in their communities after one of them sexually assaulted a child. Now, due to labor pushing forward on this and pushing back on this, breaking news, migrants will continue to be housed at the Bell Hotel in Hing after local council loses high court battle. So tell me, who's fearing for themselves? Because I'm not even going to use the terminology white, because there's also black and brown people that are on the right side of politics and on the just everyday normal people. I don't like to make it about politics, but everyday people that are scared for their safety because of what the government are currently doing with this illegal invasion, complicit in it. And now they were the main reason as to why asylum seekers can now continue to be housed in the Bell Hotel in Essex after the local council failed to secure a high court injunction that would block them from living there. So, Kay, you're the reason, buddy, as to why working class families, predominantly women and children, are fearing for their safety at this moment in time. It's you, mate. It's you. Also, you continue to pander towards Islam at every single point. Every single point whilst you're pandering to that ideology, and every person in the country can raise questions about it. It's a foreign religion that has been indoctrinated into the United Kingdom, and they're starting to work their way up into high positions within this country. The mayor of London, Muslim. The Home Secretary, Muslim. Mayor of Birmingham, Muslim. Mayor of Luton, Muslim. Loads of them in high power positions. And this is a Muslim MP from over yesterday. These events, these activities, this unity must grow and continue and take over not just parts of Birmingham, but the whole of Birmingham, the whole of the West Midland, the whole. Applause. So yeah, can people be worried that can they be worried about this? They absolutely have every right to be worried about this. So talking about racism is diabolical. He is insane. And as Patrick Christie said here, as a white person, I've never felt more unsafe in the country I was born in. And he speaks for the majority here. And what about the women and how women feel and young girls, no matter what color they are? I literally just said that. We're all on the same page here. We're all on the same page except from karma and this labor government. White women and girls in particular, as they know full well how the Pakistani rape gangs have been covered up for so long by the authorities. I live in Birmingham and no longer go out alone. As a white woman in London, I don't feel safe at all. Quite particularly when we have hostile MPs whipping up minority to take over. Is that I haven't even read this comment section. I literally just raised all those points. We're all on the same page. Everybody wants to play identity politics until it's white people. Same here. It's also getting more and more difficult to be tolerant and compassionate when people are being slaughtered on our streets. This is the majority here, buddy. You're pandering to the loudest voices in a small echo chamber, and that's why everybody hates you here. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on that. Yes, I went on a little bit of a rant, but it just makes me so angry.